going back to the Georgia Guidestone, one of the first commandments of the Georgia Guidestone is they want to bring the whole world population to 500 million. All right, and how they're going to do that? They got to do it with the concentration camps, man. But they've been doing it with pharmaceutical pills, the food you eat. They've been doing it by putting chemtrails in the air, destroying your immune system.
Yep.
Okay. Overall, the philosophy of this world, which is another topic, which mentally kills your mind.
Yeah, come, man.
All right. Whew. But what the last step is, they have something called the red, the blue list, the yellow list. The red list is everybody who knows. We're on the red list, all right?
Yeah, that's
and we
right.
don't give a damn. We're protected from Yahweh Shemai Shah.
That's right,
all right?
man.
You know? Good. We're on the red list. All right? Those people on the red list are going to be put to death. But we know the men of the Lord, we're going to be all right, man. Go ahead.
It's like the scripture say, we won't be pushed in the corner anymore, man.
Yeah, this is it, man.
This is the last go-around for you nations to be in rule, especially this fucking, this decrepit fucking person that's in rulership right now, Esau.
Yeah.
All right, this is the last go-around. So all you nations can never say, y'all never had a fair shake. You don't rule a kingdom like this, man. We're going to show you how righteously rule a kingdom. There you go, brother.
Yeah, that's right. So read that last part again.
All right. For the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Yeah, the martial law. So he knows he got about a short time, because you see Israel rising up. A lot of blacks, Latino, Native Americans are waking up to the Israelites, and they can't stop it. He knows he has a short time, man. He knows his kingdom is crumbling, man. The elites know that their plan is to take down America, but it's gonna backfire on them, man. Because it's gonna go down in flames, okay? And they're not gonna. Other countries are not. They're gonna be fighting against them themselves, man.
Who's gonna quench it, man?
That's good. So you're going down, man.
You want Daniel 7:25?
Yeah, real quick.
All right, Daniel 7:25.
Yeah, yep.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints. I swear, Salakia. That's all over. Daniel 7:25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Yeah, that's Esau, man. Talking against the Most High, man, and wearing out the saints, which is what? Slavery, and what we're going through right now. With first fire, last hired.
First hired, yep.
First fired, last hired, right?
Yeah, last hired, first fired.
All right, well, I just reversed it.
Yeah,
remix.
But again, being what's that? Racially profiling your own neighborhood, man. Police, man. That wears down the saints too, man. I mean, we really want to keep it real deep. The saints is Israel, period.
Yeah.
I mean, but the real saints they talking about is the 144,000 though, man.
That's
right.
You
really wearing those men down.
Yep.
Well, those men. You wearing us down with your laws. You're oppressing us with laws and whatnot.
Yeah, seeing faggots.
Giving
your
faggots.
boss.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that shit's to have a faggot over you, telling you what to do, man. That will wear you down. When you know the truth, know what's supposed to go on, what's supposed to happen, how it should be in order, and then you got people like that, Esau over top of you, all these heathen nations over you. That wears the saints down, man. All right.
Oh, you go ahead.
All right. I'll read the rest of it. And it's like back in Daniel 7:25, and think to change times and laws. How you change the times by what the brother said before, the daylight saving time. All right. Yeah, you do that in the law. You change the laws too, man. You say you're a God-fearing country, but you let faggots have rights. All right. You let women rule over men. All right. You let women be in authority when they're not supposed to be in authority. That's how you change the laws. All right.
That was pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a point, because we want to get back to the point here.
That
was it. So we proved that, right? So let's go finish up in this real quick. Ecclesiastes 43 and 6. I'm reading just, He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. From the moon is a sign of feast. See, the holy days, okay. The Sabbath, the Passover, like we went over. All right. From the moon is the sign of the feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. The month is called after her name. See, the month is called after her name. So The word month comes from the word moon. Very plain. It says, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above. See, the stars, the planets, the sun, shining in the firmament of heaven, right? Where we just read in Genesis. It says,
it's an instrument. The stars are instruments, right?
It says, the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven.
Okay, go on.
No, you're right. That's important. That's an important word because the moon is an instrument to bringing us the seasons, the months. You know, what's an instrument?
Tool. Man.
Yeah, a tool. You know, that's a good point. It says the beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, an ornament giving light in the highest places of the Lord. All right.
Thank you.
So
go back to mine. Yeah, because we didn't finish about.
We're trying to bring all this stuff out, man. We was just limited time, so.
All right, I'll read it from 2 again. Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, and what? For the custom of the people are vain.
Right. The Lord said that these customs, in particular, what the Lord's about to go into through the prophet Jeremiah, he's talking about the customs of the Babylonians. Okay. These customs that these Babylonians keep are vain. What does vain mean? Empty. Nothing. Worthless. All right, because all you're doing, all these Israelites that worship Christmas and these other heathens doing, they're worshiping a false god.
That's right.
They're worshiping a God that can't speak, can't talk to them, can't help them out, can't heal them. So it's in vain. Okay, go ahead.
All right. For the custom of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of hands of the workman with the axe. With an
axe. Now, what do you cut? What do you use an axe for in a forest? You use that to cut trees. Which this holiday or Satan day or satanic day called Christmas. All right, that goes back to the worship of Nimrod, which we broke down. How Semiramis she propagated that was her husband / son reincarnated as Tammuz. Okay, go ahead.
All right, 4. Yeah, they deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
Right. So they deck it with silver and gold, and they fasten it with nails as it move not. Nowadays they use a tripod, okay, and they deck it with silver and gold, right? So now I have something on here that explains. That further explains what the Christmas tree also represents, okay, and it represents basically it represents the sign of male fertility, all right, and it became a sign of fertility of males. The pole, the balls, and the tinsel, okay. Now the balls are that's pretty self-explanatory. The pole, that's pretty self-explanatory. And the tinsel, okay? The tinsel is that silver trimming they put around the tree.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's supposed to represent the man's. The man's rod, the man's balls, and the male's semen. Okay, and then you have what's called a wreath, which is supposed to represent that wreath, that circle leaf thing. That's supposed to represent the female. Or the female,
all demonic,
all demonic. So all these damn heathens, man, all they do is worship the male genitalia. They worship female genitalia, just like the obelisk, which goes back to Egypt. They all worship these things, man. All right, and the Most High is telling you that all these worshipings that they do is vain. All right, there was a little more on that.
Yeah, and also that Nimrod thing with your brother bringing up beautiful information. That Nimrod also goes back because anyway. All right, so continuing on, we had a little problem, but like I was saying about Nimrod, we talked about Semiramis is making up that propaganda about Nimrod coming back as her son Tammuz reincarnated, but they only chose the reincarnation date, December 25th. Why? Because of the winter solstice. Because it all goes back to the worship of the sun. It has nothing really to do with Nimrod. It started with him, but it goes back to the worshiping the sun. Okay? Which we can go to Wisdom of Solomon 13th, chapter 1, and read that real quick. So the shortest day of the year is supposedly the winter solstice is December 25th, and the longest night, which means, what does that mean? If it's the shortest day and the longest night, it's like the sun is being reborn, okay? Because throughout the year, it's the shortest day, December 25th. The longer it goes, then you have the longest day, and then all of a sudden, after the longest day of the sun, it kind of dims down to the shortest day. And December 25th is like his death day, but then again, it's reborn because it starts a new year again, you know? So, but that really goes back into the sun worship, okay? And it has nothing to do with the new year. The new year, let's bring out the new year. You have that in the month of Abib?
Yeah.
Let's bring that up because we've been talking about it. Then we'll go into that. The real new year is a Passover, okay? The real new year is the month of Abib around February and spring, springtime, all right? And I don't know why that doesn't make sense, man. That's where life is brought forth again.
Yep.
That's why if you break down the word Abib, it means to spring forth.
Yeah.
What's to spring forth? Plants,
Life,
life. Even certain animals that hibernate, they
They come out in the spring.
They come out in the spring, right? The birds, they come back from the south and into warm weather in the spring.
Ooh. What you're about to bring out later, that we're going to prove that the Lord, who you can call Jesus Christ, wasn't born in Christmas. It has nothing to do with his birthday. But then when we go into the research, Lord, when we bring out, you have what's also kept in a certain part in under a barn or a what was that, a fort? A fold. A sheep. All right? A sheep is kept in a fold or a barn between what? The month of October and the month of April, which is like the winter, okay? And they brought out in April, and when they brought out in April, that's when the new year begins. That's when it's good weather. The spring comes, the month of Abib. Because when you go to Luke, the 2nd chapter, it tells you when the Lord was born that there were shepherds keeping watch over the sheep. The shepherds can't keep watch over the sheep in between the month of October and April, all right? Because they're in the fold or a barn, okay? So we're going to hit this point.
Right. This is Exodus 13, verse 3. And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage, for by strength of the hand of the Lord brought you out from this place.
Yeah, remember that day. So the Passover is to remember us passing over from Egypt onto Israel. All right, the 40 years. Okay, remembering the power of Yahweh Shemashai through the hand of Moses getting us out of Egypt, which Egypt in the Greek means bondage. Okay, all right, which is you damn Hamites, you Mizraim, you Africans or Hamites of today. The Lord took us out of your captivity, man. All right, and we're supposed to remember that time when the Lord took us out of there by the hand of Moses and Aaron and Joshua. Okay, onto the promised land. Okay, which is Israel. And that's going to happen again this time around, man. But this time pertains to Jeremiah 16 and 14 or 16 and 16. This is going to be a greater deliverance. Because today's Egypt is America. Today's Babylon is America. Today's today's empire, Greek Empire is America. And Roman Empire is America also. Okay?
Alright, it says, out of the house of bondage, for by strength of the hand of the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no unleavened bread be eaten. This day came ye out in the month of Abib.
Yeah, the month of Abib. The month of Abib, which your brother broke down, which means to spring forth. All right. So the Lord sprung forth out of Egypt, man. And the month of Abib is around February and March, which is the Passover, and that's. Everything's in one because that's when we keep the Passover. The month of Abib is when we keep the Passover because that's when he took us out, man. All right? And that's when the Lord was born, around that time too. Okay?
What's next?
Let's prove that since we're talking about it.
Oh, what?
And then we're going to go into that and then go back into this. You can get it real quick. But what he did is he